Okay. Angry Joe here, and I'm with Thor and Christian of IO Interactive. We're going to be talking about the new Hitman game. Hitman is back. First off, guys, I want to say thank you for bringing this franchise back. No more Kane and Lynch. You're done with Kane and Lynch. We're moving on to Hitman, which is a personal favorite of mine, so that's why I'm so happy about it. I guess the first thing I want to say, it's an ongoing joke, but you know, on my show, like 4 hours to beat it. It's 4 hours. I just want to know, is Hitman Absolution gonna be longer than 4 hours?
That I can guarantee you.
Yeah, all right, good to hear, because Kane and Lynch 2 is a little bit short. All right, but anyway, so let's get into some questions. I just got out of a really awesome demo. They played a level. They played it stealth style. It was really impressive. You know, Hitman in HD, full fidelity. The graphics are amazing. The environments are really textured. It looks great, guys. But I want to know, how does, you know, the Hitman series has always been about freedom of choice. You know, how you approach the mission, what disguises you take, and stuff like that. Can you explain if you've added anything new to this formula?
I definitely think we have. I mean, what we did basically is we built an entire new engine called Glacier 2, which we had this opportunity to build the technology from scratch and then look at the previous Hitman games and say, okay, which elements do we want to improve? And I think, for instance, if you think about the AI, what it's able to do this time around, it's kind of the unsung hero of the Hitman games, because it's basically handling all the stuff you're doing to it, right?
Yeah.
And this time around, it's way less binary. It has a lot of stuff it can do. So, for instance,
so what does that mean, less binary? Because you know, I'm not sure what that means.
It's basically that if you go into any situation, the AI has a lot of different ways to react, and they will also have a certain time to react to you. So you can see, okay, they're getting aware of me, and now I can choose to kind of still continue engaging them, or kind of pull back, or make him suspicious and kind of pull them out to a corner.
I saw that mechanic. There appeared to be an indicator in the middle of the screen. It was gray and it would sort of fill up. Yeah. But the demoer never, you know, let it get past a certain point. Does it feel red? Are you gonna know right before that you need to back off?
Yeah.
What does it turn red, or what is it?
Yeah, it turns different colors based on which kind of alertness the AI has.
Because it was gray the whole time.
Yeah, and also you'll get a pretty clear sound indication on what's going on. And then also what we did, I mean, in the demo you see Hitman wearing a police uniform.
Yes.
And he can actually actively impersonate the police officer to kind of fool this attention.
Exactly.
And what you can also do in the game is something that is very close to at the heart of what we're doing. Let's say you're a police officer and you actually see through my disguise. Even then, I am still able to do this blend. So even if this attention gain is, you know, he's onto you, you can still bluff him. And we really wanted to eliminate the trial and error, like bam, it's over. You can still kind of react. And
that was interesting. As he was walking by, the screen sort of slowed down, and it was like, because he was like looking at you.
Yeah.
And there seemed to be some sort of bar indicator. Can you explain that? How was that? What does that do?
Yeah, that's a new feature that we call Instinct, which is basically allowing the player to see the world through the eyes of 1847. Because the AI is now so complex, we also need to give the player some tools that they can deal with this super hard
As they
AI.
try to spy you out, they're like, don't look familiar to me.
So this Instinct feature, I mean, it allows you, for instance, if you're wearing the disguise, to kind of blend into the environment and impersonate the guy you took the disguise from. Also, all the other...
he hit a button and he acted like he was like examining something. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know what was interesting to me is that, you know, in previous Hitman games there didn't seem to be all that many. The number of NPCs in this game like astounded me. Towards the end of the demo, he walked out and there was like hundreds of guys out there. Not to mention the 30+ cops that was inside searching for him. And my question is, if you wanted to just whip out your gun, would these guys actually, like, would that entire field of police force come down on you, that SWAT team and all those guys?
Yeah, I mean, what we did this time around is again, with the AI, we wanted, as I talked about, it's kind of the unsung hero, right? If you choose action, they will choose action as well, which means that, let's take the early library first. I mean, these are street police, right? Yeah. And they will react if you start shooting at them.
There was a few ones that didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, but I mean, they will pick up their weapons and fight as best as they can. They'll try to flank you, but more importantly, they will call for backup. That means that, first of all the ones that are outside of gunshot range, they will actually get drawn into the fight if you're not quick about ending it. And finally, they will call for backup, and that, in this case, that means SWAT. So you'll actually be finding SWAT in the library.
Yeah,
if you, yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big part of what we can do this time around.
But basically, I mean, it's always a choice for the player to do whatever they want. I mean, this is the core
this
of the
one-
franchise. Right? It's like the freedom of choice. It's like you can go in there into this what's called the lobby of the of the building. If you want to take up the assault rifle and try to pick a fight with these guys, you can.
I don't know if you can
Yeah,
because there was like
simple.
30, 50 cops plus a SWAT team, and I really like that though because I looked at the situation, I assessed it as a player, and I was like, there is no way that I can fight this many guys. So you're almost sort of forced to role play it, and you're walking slowly as a cop, and that's sort of like involved. The demo really involves you, like you're actually an assassin. I think that's what the game does well. Is there anything that the new instinct mode? That's a completely new feature.
Yeah.
Could you explain a little bit more about how you will use that? Is that upgradable? How does he get that? Does he start it with it?
Yeah, you can say.
Does he start with it?
Yeah, it's kind of his instinct. So the kind of base functionality of it is that you can see the indices.
You guys are gonna kick my ass. Because of the 17 videos, that's right, I said 17 Angry Joe video interviews that I did for you guys, running all over the place. This one and Aliens Colonial Marines are the only ones that have technical difficulty, major technical difficulties. I just got back from E3. Voice is a little hoarse, I'm really tired, but I want to record this and fill in the blanks. The second half of this interview is gone. I have no idea what happened. I must have deleted it when I was making space for more videos. I don't know what happened. I'm very, very sorry, but I don't want to just throw this video in the trash because it was really awesome. These guys were really cool. So I'll just fill in the blanks for you from what I remember. Both of the game directors were really fun to talk to. They recognized me from the Kane and Lynch 2 review. So that is a really good thing. They know the feedback that we as fans gave them, at least on that game, and they've been listening. And Hitman is back. It's finally back. And so the last thing I think we were talking about was the instinct system, which is sort of like a Batman detective mode. The best way I can put it is that the screen kind of goes a little bit dark. There's an overlay on it, and the characters it's almost as if they're on fire, red fire, and they leave a trail behind them, and it actually predicts where the particular police officer is going to go. You're hiding behind cover and you can see a line come out from under him to check a light that you just messed with. And that system is upgradable is what he was about to get into. So probably predicting where that officer will go will have to be upgraded to that level. Maybe it's just gonna start with highlighting the enemies when they are in a certain range. But they weren't revealing too much at that point. I also talked about, quizzed them a little bit more on, whether this game will have a satisfying ending, as Kane and Lynch 2 did not. I'm really sorry I didn't get that on camera because I told them about, their ending with the final boss being the dogs, and then they just leave, and maybe I'll get them next time because, Hitman Absolution, it's not going to be out for a little while, so there might be another interview opportunity, and I'll get it on video for you guys. But basically they said, no, yes, they understand they're going to create a complete story with a very satisfying ending for us. So we won't have to deal with that anymore. I also talked a little bit more about the game mechanics. Let me see if I can remember. I asked about multiplayer, cooperative Hitman, maybe some competitive Hitman modes. Again, that was something that they weren't ready to reveal. They were laughing, and I was like, "Come on, get it, give it to me." And they were like, "No, I can't give that information yet." But it was just revealed at E3 on June the 8th, so they can only reveal so much to keep us excited. It's a really thematic game. It really makes you feel like an assassin, just like the previous Hitman games. So I'm really excited for this one. I've got a whole lot more video interviews. I'm sorry about the sound too. The sound on some of these, I was using my Rode shotgun mic, which obviously wasn't the best kind of deal for a convention environment. Won't ever do that again. Gotta use the microphone. I use the microphone for a few of them though. So the audio is jacked up. I'm gonna do the best I can in post. But like I said, I got 17 more Angry Joe videos. I was running all over the place. You know, West Hall, South Hall, West Hall, you know, and it like worked out like each interview was at the other hall, so I was running. So if you saw me there, you saw me running the whole time. A few of you said hi. Really fun meeting y'all. And I guess just stay tuned for more. And Hitman Absolution is looking really good, and we'll have to see whether it's more satisfying than Kane and Lynch 2. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be from what I've seen so far. So I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. And thanks for putting up with me screwing up on this one. Alright. Oh, and since I got this opportunity, since I screwed up this video, let me show you something really cool. This is the business cards of the best business cards of E3, and they're actually, the award goes to Hitman Absolution. Let me show you their business cards if I could get them out here. Okay. Alright, sweet. But, there we go, cover that up so they get a flood of emails. Look at these business cards. That is freaking sweet. Let's see if I can hold it up and the green screen doesn't take over. Freaking awesome, right? The only other business card, the two best business cards of E3 that I got were these guys. Let's see. And of course, where is it? Robin from Magica, look. Bam! This is a business card. Magica. Got some effects on here. Try to cover that up. His hit points is only 3 out of 4. Hey, it's average. Those are the best business cards of E3 that at least I got. Alright, get the hell out of here.